Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. In my last video I created where I was talking about price, I was warning that I was seeing a lot of analysts indicating that more likely than not we were going to see some serious downside action, and boy is that what we got. So at least if you watched that video you would have known, given that analysts are saying there's a high probability. Hopefully you were emotionally prepared, because I know that scares the hell out of people when that stuff happens. But I got to tell you, you'll feel a lot better after this video, I think, because analysts now saying, look, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. All-time highs are coming, and it does look like the worst is in for the crypto markets, at least until the next parabolic run-up, which is in the not-so-distant future. So plenty to talk about here, but I do want to be clear at the outset that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just a simple little moon Lambo, making YouTube video all up on the internet about Ripple and XRP and crypto. But that's all that's going on here. Now, as I record this, XRP is at 87 cents. Bitcoin up to $37,171. Market cap for the asset class, $1.5 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance climbing, at least for now, up to 45%. That's a heavier day in the sun, but it will come crashing down. Well, if it's going to happen ultimately, I believe anyway, you're just going to see, not that Bitcoin's going to necessarily behave poorly, it's just that you're going to see altcoins just blast by it in terms of gain. The prices for altcoins are just going to get bid up very quickly, resulting in Bitcoin dominance ultimately tanking before this market cycle's over. Don't forget that last market cycle it did get down to about 35%, and there are analysts that are expecting it to get down to perhaps below 30% in this market cycle, so we shall see. XRP within the last 24 hours got down to 67 cents, which is a level that specifically I'm going to highlight. There's one analyst specifically in this video that was calling for this range. Like right there, and so I want to give credit where it's due. I mean, it's really something. Like what these analysts are doing. I mean, we joke about them being time travelers and sorcerers. Maybe some of them are both. But and the truth is, it takes some skill, and nobody's going to be right 100% of the time. And also on top of that, don't forget, we're just talking about probability of outcomes. But I think it's impressive. There's a reason that I follow the analysts that I follow. They're consistently right, much more so than they're wrong. And again, no one's perfect, but I think it's something. Bitcoin in the last 24 hours did get down to 31,280, not far from its other recent low from just a few days ago. So check out this from chart analyst Credible Crypto. Remember how you felt during the pandemic in March as Bitcoin slid down to $3,000? If you feel the same way now, that's because you should. In a 5-wave cycle, there are typically 2 major corrections, waves 2 and 4. March was the former, this is the latter. Both precede new all-time high. So if you felt a little intimidated, I was saying that I should be really scared right now. Well, look, you got to finish talking. He believes that is what happened. It is now behind us, and you can just sit back and kick your feet up and wait for that all-time high to roll in. So even if it takes a while, because you may still trade sideways for weeks or even months. Now check out this about XRP. This is also from Credible Crypto. Remember that retest of the key 65-cent level that never came because we just blasted past it? Well, we just got the retest on this drop. Be right back. Longing my longs, XRP. And so there you go. It's so fascinating seeing how the typical retail speculator emotionally responds on social media to dramatic drops versus what the seasoned technical analysts, how they respond to the very same things happening in the real world. The analysts don't really care. They really don't. They're not going to get spooked out of this. They don't feel all the feels that the typical person is feeling. And I've been through enough. I'm not an analyst, but I've been through enough that it just does not hit me either. It seriously does not at all. Nothing goes up in a straight line. I'm here for the volatility, so all good in my book. And then somebody asked Credible Crypto the following question. They wrote, honest question. Is this tweet just you being positive and faithful, we are still in a bull market and a moon upwards is coming soon? Or in all seriousness, we are actually sitting in denial and the bear market is here and here to stay for a while now? Incredible Crypto retweeted that and wrote, there is not a shred of doubt in my mind that we are still in a bull market. Buckle up, bulls. All good things in time, right, guys? How about Lub Crypto? So actually, it turns out there were two analysts where we were talking about the 65 cent level, actually. This is the one I had in mind, actually. But anyway, so Lub Crypto tweeted this out 2 days ago on May 22nd, and then there's a follow-up tweet. So 2 days ago wrote, XRP risks a further downside to test 57 to 65 cent demand zone. Many alts still do not have a full RSI reset on the daily. I believe more sell-side pressure is coming, particularly in Bitcoin, gains more market as Bitcoin gains more market dominance. Maybe a short-term relief rally before the above though XRP. And I shared that 2 days ago when I made that my last video about price. And then it happened the very next day. Well, how about that? And so his tweet update here is 65 cent demand zone ceiling hit. There you go. So you shouldn't have been surprised. And then here's another one from Love Crypto. Sentiment, extreme fear. Charts, most are at major support. Fundamentals, nothing changed. All the above three signal a great risk reward. Time to buy / invest, in my opinion. Dollar cost averaging over the coming few days would likely be the best strategy rather than timing market bottoms. Yeah, and I've always been a fan of that myself. And you can see here he shared this screenshot of the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. It's at 14 out of 100, indicating extreme fear. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan of buying cryptocurrencies when everybody is in extreme greed mode, because it frequently indicates that you're at or very near a market top. I'm much more happy to buy after a tremendous pullback when most people are afraid to and when everybody's fearful. Because I'm not fearful. And then there's the blockchain backer, and I watched his most recent video from yesterday, and he also is of a positive mindset in terms of this is not over, all right? We're certainly expecting upside action. And he kept talking about, what did he call it? I hope I don't butcher this. The double top back test, I believe, is what he was saying to watch for. So that's just what he calls it, he said. Indicating the levels that we most recently got down to with Bitcoin. But ultimately, you're going to see things rally back up. And so his expectation in terms of Bitcoin getting up to perhaps $80,000 range and Bitcoin getting up to that level, and then XRP getting up to the $10 to $13 range, none of that's changed. So you can feel all the scaredness you'll want to right now, and maybe you can't help it, but whether you feel that or not, it's still coming. The market is still going to do what it does. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Murphy, who was talking about Ethereum. And I don't normally talk about Ethereum, but I want to here just so you can kind of get a feel for how analysts are looking at this, because things are not over here. And mind you, Ethereum, it got down to what, like 17 or 1,800 bucks the other day from a recent high, all-time high of over $4,000. And so here's what he had to say about Ethereum. This looks to me like a typical bottoming structure, expecting we head to $3,000 from here. And so look, I'm highlighting that just to share with you this idea that it is not likely that this is all going to go away. XRP is still going to hit its previous current all-time high of almost $4, and then enter a new realm of price discovery, I personally believe. And then there was this tweet from chart analyst Josh Rager. This reminds me of February 2018 and March 2020. Those were some difficult times, but things prevailed over time. Exactly. This is the way that analysts that have some experience under the belt to look at things like, okay, yeah, kind of sucks right now. Not the end of the world. Oh, and then there was this too. From You Today, the headline is veteran trader John Bollinger claims Bitcoin is forming short-term double bottom. And so it sounded to me like he was kind of talking about what the blockchain backer was talking about here. But take a look at this tweet from John. Bitcoin is working on a short-term W bottom at a logical place. The developing risk/reward looks good. Stay tuned for a trade opportunity. And so, and this is a very seasoned trader. Like, he's been doing this for decades and decades. He's very well known certainly in crypto, but his background was in just trading other asset classes. Well, like it's not only crypto that he covers here. But again, when you see these individuals that have this type of experience, it's not like they're just feeding you a bunch of hopium. This is what they really believe. The bottom's in, and this is what I keep seeing. And so it's been very scary lately for many people. I've been feeling just fine, personally. This has not fazed me at all the last 5 days. Not a big deal. Don't care. I've been through worse, frankly, in the markets. So we've got that, and then we've got so much to look forward to. The coolest, most fun, euphoric parts of all of this not yet reached. things will be going back up. So I hope you're feeling better. Again, these chart analysts are not actually time travelers or wizards, and there's no way to know for sure how correct they are until you just let time pass. But outside of something truly unforeseen coming in here, in all likelihood, we're going to see some action to the upside, and all the people that panic sold towards the bottom are going to be regretting that, I certainly suspect. Yeah. Selling when this stuff happens, typically not a good idea. It's like, do you really think that it's never going to be higher ever again? Well, it's not about logic, though. It's about what you feel in the moment. Oh my gosh, I can't, and then you're just one of the lemmings following the lemming in front of you directly off the cliff to your own demise. So anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap up there. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.